One of the greatest contentions in marriage is the way we think. Men often say, if I would have done it, I would have did it a different way. She doesn't think like me. Women will say, you just don't think like me. We don't think the same. And I will say to that, duh. The reason we say this is because we don't understand God's intent when he created man and woman. He had a blueprint for marriage. And so we're upset and we say, well, the problem is communication. The problem is not communication. The problem is we don't think alike. Instead of celebrating that fact, we're frustrated with it. We're aggravated with it. And we use those words as weapons. You just don't think like me. Oh, man, girl, I don't think. And so we're frustrated because we don't understand how the mind works nor the plan of God. Some time ago, the University of Pennsylvania did some research by hooking sensors up to men and women. They wanted to study the brain, certain reactions to certain situations. What they found was this, and I'll simplify it. They found out that in the brains of men, there are rooms, and each room has a lock on it. And when a man leaves one room, he locks the other room and goes into this room. No matter what's in all those rooms, they don't matter because I'm in this room. He does not allow what was in the last room or what's in the next room to touch this room because he's focused on this room. There is a room they found that 70% of the time a man is in that room. You want to know what's in that room? Absolutely nothing at all. It's why men can do some mundane things and it seems like, how are they doing that? That's a place of peace. That's a place of comfort for a man. And so, vice versa, they found in the woman's brain that there's just one big room. One room. And the room has everything in it. Everything is connected. The kitchen, the daughters, the sons, the job, everything is in that one room. And so she's always here. Everything. And so when she begins to talk, she's talking a lot because there's a lot in her room to talk about. Everything's in that room. Instead of us celebrating one another and understanding how we need one another, we're frustrated about that. Men, you're so focused that you cannot see the forest for the trees. If you would communicate, then she's able to see more than you can see. She's talking all the time because she's seen a lot all the time. Your focus is great, but it could be a hindrance. Sisters, if you would just listen to him, then you will understand that the thing that is frustrating you and you're stressing about is because you're seeing everything, and he'll teach you how to focus on that one thing. But instead of this, we're frustrated with one another. It's not a breakdown of communication that's the problem. It's that when you don't do it my way, I say we don't think alike. Well, because we don't think alike, we don't communicate. When the simplest answer is because we don't think alike, that's why we should communicate. I'm saying to you, the devil is playing a game with you. Take the time and celebrate your spouse for how God created them. Now, there's always exception, but there's a great large percentage of men and women up in the 90s that can relate to what I just said. Celebrate your spouse. Don't tolerate them. God bless.